temporary.
Next, Ellen, Lisa Kudrow, and the latest Apprentice cast-off.
Today at 4.
Palmer can't be. I have to go to Opal. I have to call Kendall and Bianca, and I'm sure that Petey is on his way.
Just a minute.
But there are so many arrangements that have to be made, and Opal is going to be completely overwhelmed.
Before you go running off to take care of Opal, take care of yourself for just a minute. Huh? Just take a moment to take this in.
I don't want to.
Pete Cooney can't be dead. He's in Europe, trying to behead that jackanape who tried to swindle him.
Palmer was here. He was at the Valley Inn. And Jake Martin found him, but there was nothing that he could do.
Ross needs to know. How do I tell him I'm sorry for his loss? Everybody knows that Palmer Cortland and I hated each other ever since Pigeon Hollow. I never said I wanted him dead. Well, maybe I did a couple of times, but I didn't mean it.
I know.
What happened? Was he ill?
It was his heart.
I didn't even know that Palmer was back in town.
Yeah, for a couple of weeks now. You know, my dad was his doctor for years and years. He asked me if I'd give him to one, so check him out.
You mean he let you examine him?
Dad convinced him that I knew what I was doing, so. And you know something? He was fine. Flying colors.
Oh.
He only cursed me out once, I think, because my stethoscope was too cold. I kind of thought he'd live forever, to be honest with you.
Angie?
Oh,
Angie.
Daisy.
Oh, listen, what's happening? I was in the Valley Inn. I was supposed to meet Palmer there, and they told me he brought him here.
Daisy, you remember Joe Martin's son, Jake?
Yes. What happened? You're sorry? No. Not PC. PC.
Gosh, Ma. All for being green, but we'd have to do it in the dark. Huh?
Palmer. He died. He's gone.
Oh, Ma. I'm so sorry.
He was here in Pine Valley. I knew he was back. I wanted to see him. I called, and he told me he was tired and maybe some other day. So I was waiting. I kept hoping that I'd get some, gold-plated invitation any day. Now I never will.
That is not going to happen to you. Because you know exactly what to do to take care of yourself. You have years ahead of you.
Pete Cooney's dead, and I make it about me.
Well, Palmer would do the very same thing if the circumstances were different. You know, the two of you were so alike. Ha! Self-made, always right, ruthless with enemies. You know, anything for family. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, he broke my sister's heart. Left her pregnant and alone.
He went to war.
And I raised his son. And that jerk never deserved to know the truth.
Well, you came back to make him pay.
Yes, and I did.
Well, maybe you should have thanked him.
For what?
For what? Because your competition with that man gave you the drive to accomplish more every day.
Everything you've ever touched, I own. Nobody will help you. Nobody will bail you out. You're finished. I own you, Adam Chandler. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
Maybe Palmer did steal my company, but I still had everything I ever wanted.
Palmer, you don't know it, but you've made me the happiest man on the face of the earth. You set out to destroy me.
And I succeeded.
No, not in any way that counts. The one way that counts is still solid because Brooke has come back to me. My moment of greatest defeat has become my moment of greatest triumph. Brooke has agreed to marry me.
I needed you then, and I need you now. And here you are by my side. It's as if you're always there when I need you most.
I should leave you.
No, I want to do more. How do I honor a man that I hated my whole life?
I know.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be silly. Erica, you're not a bystander here. I mean, you loved Palmer as much as anyone. You were business partners. You were good friends.
Yeah.
And this is your loss, too.
He was so good to me. And to my girls. Always. He treated us like we were his family.
You were.
I loved him so much.
I know that. It's a good thing I'm not the jealous kind, I'll tell you that much. I mean, you and Palmer were so close, a lot of men would have had a hard time with that. But see, I'm smart. I knew that you two were too much alike to be anything but friends.
Best friend.
Yes.
I do need to go to Opal now.
I'll come with you.
Oh. Well, you don't have to.
Erica, you are always trying to do so much for everyone else. Let me do this for you, huh?
Maybe if I'd just blown down the door, we would have gotten to talk. He packed more love into that ordinary old heart of his than any man I ever knew. The trouble was, that's where it stayed, you know? Like he was afraid that if it opened more than a crack, that all that love would come spilling out, there'd be nothing left. Yeah, with Palmer, you just had to figure out that he loved you and then hold on for dear life, 'cause it was one wild ride. I just wish I'd had one more chance to tell him that I loved him.
But he knew. Excuse me, okay? Excuse me, just 1 second.
Oh, I don't
Mama,
think I can look at anything
Mama,
right
please,
now.
okay? Just for a sec, okay? Just for a sec. Just 30 seconds.
She can deny it all she wants to. I know she loves me.
Now, you believe me?